Hello. So I'm going to start off by telling you about myself and my background. So I'm a Franco-Swede. My father is a mathematician and my mother is an interior designer slash architect. And so they are very creative people and they've really influenced me in my life. And they've enabled me to create many of the things that I've created so far. So when I was 5, all I would do was paint and draw and just imagine things. And so, but I wanted to take that a step further, and so I wanted to make something more interesting, something that I could use or play with, and most of all, something three-dimensional, so something real. By the time I was 8, I started playing with Legos, and that soon led to making IKEA beds. But as I grew older, we started running out of beds to build, so I had to move on. And so when I was 12, my parents asked me what I wanted as a birthday present, and I said that I didn't want a present, I wanted a project. And so I knew exactly what project I wanted. I wanted a go-kart. And so I bought the materials, I cut everything, I drilled it, I welded it. It would break, I would fix it, and I would learn and improve it. And so that was basically the cycle of building the go-kart. And eventually I finished it when I was 13 years old. So it's a 7 horsepower off-road buggy. It can theoretically go up to 40 miles an hour, but I've never actually tried to go that fast because I don't trust my welding skills with my life. So it's got many things that an ordinary go-kart doesn't have, like suspension and seat belts. So these are a few projects I've done ever since. So this is a stereo, another stereo, this oversized crossbow. And this is a funny story, actually. We locked the front wheel of the bike on a fence, but then we lost the key. So we left it out there for a few months. And once we got the bike back, so we were left with the bike with only the rear wheel on it. And so I got creative because we had a bike with one wheel on it and a lawnmower on the other side. So one thing led to another, and this is the result of my creativity, I guess. And so those are just a few things I've created so far. I've also made a lot of other things because it started feeling like my projects were kind of pointless, didn't really serve a purpose or help anyone. So last year I joined the 3D printing group at school here. And so it consisted of me, 12th grader, who wasn't always there because he was preparing for his back, and a very inspiring teacher called Mr. Kim. And so we were tasked with making a puzzle for kids in Haiti. And so I designed an alphabet puzzle, which consisted of pieces that were very simple shapes, and they were allowed, that would allow them to interlock with each other and form words. And so once they were ready, we shipped them out to Haiti, and this is what they look like. Yeah, we're gonna play a video. So as you can see, it's a very simple shape. It's basically a cylinder with a dent in it, and that would let the other pieces to come in there. And the vowels are in red, and the consonants are in blue. And so this was a very heartwarming experience because I could help these children, even though I wasn't in direct contact with them. Just knowing that they were using something that I'd created to learn was very fulfilling. And so for the rest of the year, I served as a mentor for 6 students in the 3D printing class. And that led to me getting a job offer at another school for the following year. And so I accepted that job offer at PS6. And so my job was basically to teach the different students there how to model things in 3D on 3D software and just print their projects. But so now I'm moving on to much more advanced projects. So the one I hope to finish soon is for the blind. It consists of lasers that measure distances, and they can see where different objects are in a room or where walls are. And so the information will be processed and sent to a vest that the person is wearing with vibrating motors called transducers. And they basically send echoes into your chest cavity, making a sort of map with your body. And so here it shows where the vibrations will be in the vest. And so all of my projects have inspired me to go further, and they have played a major role in my development, and also in the way I think. And I now know with confidence what I want to do in the future in the study. So I want to do either mechanical engineering or environmental engineering, because I really like sustainable energy and sustainable environment. Oh. Yeah. And so, yeah. The moral of the story is basically that if you're passionate about something, then you should really follow that passion and seek things in that. And that if you find an interest, then you should really follow it and make it your dream and make it come true. And so I know it sounds very tacky and it's a cliche, so but I think that the essence and the point the expression makes has been lost, and that it can really guide you into your future. And that once you find your passion, just like I did, you'd be surprised with how much you can accomplish. And it's great to have ideas. It gives a kick that nothing else can really replace. It's also very fulfilling to make your ideas come true. But the most fulfilling of all is to use your creativity in order to help others. So realize your dreams. Thank you.